Alright, so I'm getting ready to put the transmission back into the block here, and I just want to show you guys some things to look out for. So we're looking at the dogs here. And I'll try to get as detailed as I can, but basically you're looking for the shape of these dogs for engagement. So if they get worn out, they can have like a rounded edge to them, and that can cause your bike to actually pop out of gear. And then you're also going to be looking for the wear pattern on the shift fork here. So I'm basically just looking for play and any excessive wear that I can see. And from what I can tell on this thing, it looks really good. None of the dogs are like rounded or wore out or anything like that. So I'm not afraid that it's gonna, shift funky or cause misshifts. So that's actually a common problem on like second gear and a Yamaha XS 850 I built. And you'll be going along, and under a little throttle it'll actually jump out of gear and then come back in. It's really annoying. So definitely something, if you go this far, you want to look out for. So as of now, I'm just gonna clean it up, put some more oil into it, and then stand this thing upright and then slide the trans in and bolt her down. From there we're gonna start getting the oiling system and work more on probably the front cover first before I flip it over. So progress. Hey guys, so I've kind of forgot to mention this goodie box here. So this is every seal and every gasket, mechanical water pump seal, every O-ring, everything to this engine that I've been compiling since even before I tore long before I tore the engine down. So a lot of the stuff you can get through, let's say, Partzilla or even David Silver Spares. Between the two, I use them mostly, and then there's also things like the head gaskets. I wanted an Athena brand. I had to order these from they had to come from Germany, and there's going to be numerous places that you have to search to find this stuff. Like the mechanical seal. This is actually for a Yamaha. That's like a slightly cheaper alternative. That came from like eBay. There's obviously individual packages from eBay here, but the thing is, it's like with some with some legwork, you can track most of this stuff down. And another good resource that I'll link below is it still blows my mind that anybody who likes CXs and GLs hasn't heard of motofaction.org, but full of information these guys put up, and they'll have lists of like every component that you need for, let's say, a triple bypass or a quadruple bypass, if you're doing the mechanical seal or any different kind of O-rings and whatnot. So he puts up a great part numbers list and sources. It's just a wealth of information on the bike, and I'll definitely link it below. And just play around, go in that website and just start learning. So anyway, just wanted to mention all of the goodies here. So definitely pleases my OCD. As of right now, I'm just reassembling the oil pump here before I go ahead and stab it in the engine. And yeah, we'll soon enough maybe even get the front cover on it, and then I'll flip it around, start working on the back, and maybe try to get the heads on today. So we're getting there. Just measuring the oil pump clearance here, and that's plenty tight on this side. Well within spec on that. Good to reassemble here and continue on. This front cover takes a very special little O-ring, actually 3 of them. So oil pump into the block and then your oil jet here. So definitely do not forget that one. Cover dowels. I'll definitely link this in the description, but I went with some alloy bolts, full hardware kit for the entire engine. Makes life super easy, and it just looks better. So one thing with stainless into aluminum is you want to use a little bit of anti-seize here. fresh paint. Everything's cleaned up. All of the valves and keepers and springs and whatnot are cleaned up. So, ready for assembly. I'm gonna go ahead and start peeling tape and we'll get these things back together. New valve stem seals, some Viton ones. A little bit of an improvement here. And don't be hating on my valve spring compressor. It's homemade, but it works. Now, if anybody wants to know exactly where I got this valve spring compressor, it's actually a really hard to find item. So you have to buy a 99 Chevy Astro van, alright? That's the first step. And then you gotta go under your Astro van and you gotta find that the exhaust is held together by some C-clamps. This being one of them. Alright, got everything we need to go ahead and set the heads on this thing. So I'm actually I'm not gonna go ahead and torque them down right now. I still have to clean some of the valve train, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, unpackage these, hit them with some copper coat. Again, if I don't do it, somebody's gonna be like, you should have copper coated it. And now that I did it, somebody's gonna be like, you shouldn't have copper coated it. So anyway, I'm gonna copper coat it. And we'll go ahead and get these things set on. You do not want to forget your little oil jets here. And then these little O-rings are hard to find. They actually go right here surrounding the oil orifice. or the oil jet. I don't know why a lot of diagrams don't actually have them in there, so maybe it's not completely necessary, but anyway, they came like that from the factory, so I'm going to put it back together that way. And then beyond that, I got new head dowels. So you saw the problem I had with one of them, and we're going all new here. So I'm going to go ahead and spray those things, get the surfaces cleaned up with some acetone, and then get these things set on.
Do it.
Alright, I need you to, one hand here, one hand here. I'm going to be trying to rotate these bolts.
Okay, just hold it still.
Yep.
keep forgetting to breathe.
One more pass. Maybe 2 more passes. This is Amber. She's the resident expert here.
Uh-huh. The expert at holding heavy stuff.
Yep.
And talking to chickens.
And talking to chickens. R.I.P. chicken. There was, I think, 2 dead.
Yeah, there was a couple dead. A coyote got in there.
All right.
All right.
Yes. Back this back down to 30 real quick. All right, now I'm going to put some force on it.
Okay.
Three more. 2 more. Don't forget to breathe. Thank you.
You're welcome.